recording. Ladies and gentlemen, I am level 27 Marker Man, and this is Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. And there's a sound in the wind.
I'm sound. I can't whistle. I'm his guest for this one. I am MidiGuyDP. How's it going, everybody?
And in case I don't know, I should explain it. MIDIs. MIDIs are type of sound recording. That was the joke. Huh.
Oh, so I sort of caught on-ish, but not really. I can be slow sometimes.
And in this exciting episode, we're gonna see how many seashells I have.
5. I think I counted 5. Right?
No, want to double check that count?
Oh, I was looking
top
at the
right.
Top right. Oh, okay, 16. Okay, I was looking at the instruments. So, to give you an idea, I've actually really never played through this game, like, at all. So I'm pretty much just like,
you're just here for noise.
Yeah.
Like, Dine was actually able to help me a little bit. Keep me focused. He was the only one, though. But
not know the game?
I know the game. I just forgot things. And it was hard to focus.
That's a thing. It's kind of neat when, let's say, you take, like, a 10-year break from a game, then you come back to it. It almost feels completely new again.
Well, I knew certain things off the top of my head. Like, Dungeons 1 through 3, I pretty much were able to tell people what to do. Tell people exactly what was going on. You might notice I'm red right now.
Yeah, is that like a fire tunic like in Ocarina of Time, pretty much? Or...
No, it does have an effect, though. It actually raises your attack power, and enables them to send enemies flying like that, so they explode.
Okay, that's... Higher attack power, sending enemies flying, explosions. That is my new favorite tunic. I don't care if I haven't played this game. That'll always be my favorite tunic now.
Let's see. You have to play the DX version to get the tunic enhancements, because it's the color.
Right, that makes sense.
I know I'm heading somewhere. I remember. I passed something up on accident. I forgot something. I think there might be a seashell. Last episode we got the hook shot. And I left Paris on wild goose chases, so...
Gotcha.
I feel
there's a lot of...
Okay, sorry. You speak.
There seems to be a lot of items in this game that I recognize from Mimish Cap.
This actually might remind you of Oracle of Seasons in many ways.
A little bit as well. I haven't played through the entirety, but I mean, I know
you played Seasons before.
We did a race of it. I can't remember. I know Andrew A.K. Ora was with us. Gold. Were you the other player? I can't remember anymore.
I'm the guy who won.
Okay. Radio. Sometimes the memory just escapes me. Then again, I was just lazing around in my own world while playing the game. I knew I wasn't gonna get too far.
Did I remember this rock? Looks like I did. Shovel.
How open is this game? Is this game like really like the opposite of linear overall?
No, actually, it's pretty linear.
Or top view Zelda games?
Oh, actually, but let's put it this way with this game. Pretty much before every dungeon, there's like a side quest you have to do.
I got you.
Like, it has nothing to do with the dungeons, really. Except for getting the key at the end of the side quest.
Right. You know what? For some reason, that reminds me of, like, I got into... The first Zelda game I played was, played through in its entirety, was Ocarina of Time. So, At first, at the beginning, I was mainly just playing the 3D Zeldas because I was just used to that. It was the first one I played through. And when I played Twilight Princess, I felt like for the first 3 dungeons, the side questing, especially the third one, I was like, dang, how much do I need to do before I finally get to the dungeon? And then when you get to the 4th dungeon, boom, you're there already. What the hell, huh? Do some desert and then you're there. Wow. Okay. That's a contrast.
Oh, Arbiter's Ground. No,
Probably my favorite.
Oh, Arbiter's Ground is my favorite one in that game. Do you know why? Well, okay, that's part. Okay, you remind me of another reason. But actually, aesthetically, it's the only dungeon that heavily uses the wolf.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you do go as a wolf a lot in that dungeon.
It's the only one that really demands you be the wolf.
Yeah, you do have a little bit of wolf to do in I forget the name.
But it's puny, whatever it is. The amount.
Yeah, no, I think you just have to dig up a few things, and that's about it.
I kind of wish you could hear the Tall Tall Mountains theme. Right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if I already have in like remixes or just randomly like that. I'll probably go and just listen to it after, because I do remember that. I think that's one of like the well-known songs from this game.
It's pretty much a remix of the original Zelda theme. But it's just more dramatic, because you're getting to the spots that hold the end of the game.
Oh, okay, you mean it's got a lot of variations, you mean? Just gets more and more intense as you get further in the game or something like that?
No, there's the regular Zelda theme in this.
I see.
I got a lot of money. Seashell. Yes!
Shells by the sea, you got a seashell. Sure.
Don't call me Shirley. Wait.
I surely won't do that. Wait. I'm gonna work.
You did it again!
I'm sorry. I'll do better than him next time. Most probably. See? I didn't say
that. Sounds like a very definite maybe. I'll take it.
Give you. Trust me on this. It's the definite maybes are the best I can give you. If you see me play certain games, it's like you never know how I'm. For some reason, and one example, Skyward Sword versus. Oh boy, there was one part that right in the face, and I didn't notice. That's what I needed to do. I think it was in episode 10. And have to get a what was it? A flower thing from. Well, first off, you've played through Skyward Sword, right?
I've beaten it. I've never 100%ed it, and I've heard 100% is a nightmare.
Yeah, I've never done that either. Probably never will.
My brother has 100%ed it.
So anyway, you know when you have to. This is before you get to the 4th dungeon, I believe, or it's before. On your way to the dome area, the dome cloud area, where you find like the big Levi with the big fish bosh in the sky. The only
that's it, the whale, flying whale.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the process. It's during the process you got to go through to get there. The volcano area. There's one of those little propeller things. I think you got to get the robot to go and get, or something like that to bring. It's for the windmill, if I recall correctly, or the tower. I can't remember what they are, but
I got a
something.
picture?
You have to install the little swirly things to use your wind. Spin her around and spin the tower on the Skyloft. Anyway.
Thanks, you made that enemy respawn, Mr. Mouse.
Yeah, losing life.
I hope there's
I went.
one more. I need to find one more seashell. In a new spot because I need 20. I'm trying to get 20. I know I can get 20 by this point. I think I could have gotten 20 before I beat the last dungeon, but I need the seashells for the secret seashells for something important.
Propeller that's in the volcano area, right near the top, pretty much. I went there at one point, not realizing it was right there, and I just left. 10 minutes before I went back there. That's in that episode. That's definitely... I'm blaming that for doing it. I didn't last by much, though, because Andrew had trouble with the harp.
Also, did you remember seeing that piece of power, the upside-down Triforce? For maybe like a split second? That I picked up?
You mean on... I was so busy telling the story that I was like... It's almost like the screen almost didn't even need to be there.
That's fine. That's fine.
The upside down Triforce. What did you pick up there?
It was a piece of power, is what it's called. The red tunic overrides its effect, but it gives you the sword flying and extra damage effect.
That'd be handy for speedruns.
There's a few issues with it. It's kind of a random drop, and and if you get hit too much, it wears off. And if you enter a door, it wears off.
You were right outside a door when you got it, weren't you?
Something like that.
Yay! By the way, I just saw you go backwards right there.
When you move diagonal, it can do weird. You can moonwalk.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Come think of it, when I think about it, there's a lot of time you can go backwards.
Although, actually, it also improves your walking speed, so it's not entirely useless with the red tunic.
That's cool.
So, your speedrunners would like... Well, then again, there's the message you have to go through to get it. So, I don't know.
Can you... Is it early in the game you get it, or late?
It's random.
So if you get it, like, right at the beginning, then it definitely helps.
It depends on when you get it. Once I got it for a boss, and for the hardest boss in the game, in this run. Which one? Which one? Wait a minute. Isn't there a seashell under one of these? Maybe.
Is this your next dungeon right here, by the way?
No, it's not. Ah! I picked the wrong one.
Hey.
So I think I know where to look next. I need 2 more seashells. I know exactly where one is. I just need to find one more.
Or more powerful, right? Is that a warp pad right there? I'm assuming that's a
warp
pad.
Yeah, it's a warp... It's not a warp pad, it's a warp hole. Technically.
Gotcha.
I didn't notice I have the Pegasus boots in this game. Well, they're an equipable item. In this one. Well, I think that was true for Minish Cap, too.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I really recognize a lot of the items from Mimish Cap, like the Rock's Feather, I believe it's called.
Oh, we don't want to... I'll show you what... This one. See, the problem with this one? It only reduces your damage for the next 3 hits, and you have to bear through that message every time.
Yeah. So it's basically save strats for just a little extra.
And it's the same wear off that... I accidentally had it wear off as soon as I entered that cave. Accidentally.
Convenient. Yay, convenience.
So, no, there was one Let's Player who Let's Played this game who screamed every time he got a Guardian Acorn.
Dang.
Actually, the thing is, you can there's an older version of this game, the non-DX, where you can actually skip messages like that really quickly with the B button. They got rid of that feature for some reason.
I see. So I assume most speedrunners probably prefer to run the original version.
I guess it depends on what kind of run they're doing.
that.
And they would probably include what version of the game they're playing into the speedrun.
There's probably categories for both games, but I don't see why there wouldn't be.
They have categories for everything. Speedrun.
There's actually one category I was actually gonna try my hand at, but I just lost patience after a little while. I was like, I don't feel like doing it. I wanted to try and was it New Mario Bros. Wii, try to do some stage records.
I also think we can complete the trading sequence today.
Nice. Are you making good time right now? Good.
No. Doing a horrible time. I'm doing very inefficient right here. Because I'm remembering sudden things as I'm moving along.
Otherwise, if I wasn't talking, I guess some of the commentary would be just sound like, oh yeah, there's that. Oh right. Oh yeah. How can I forget about this kind of thing?
I might not. I don't know if I'm going to turn this to 100% or not, because I'm going to show off the fishing mini game to get one of the pieces of heart. Not going to include that in this episode. It's a little late.
Gotcha. Doing a fishing mini game to get anything in at least thing to do. At least in Ocarina of Time. I just do not like to do that.
It's better than Ocarina of Times.
Yay.
But that's about all I can say. It's still a fishing mini game. Because here's why. You can actually clearly see which fish is going to bite your thing. Does that sound good? In a 2D perspective. That's
pretty decent, because usually if it's in 2D and they're in water, you'd think all you'd see is a silhouette or something. Universal silhouette of everything.
No, it's like a side-scroller type view.
Oh, okay.
Although I think I've wandered around this. I remember what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm supposed to find Mr. Right.
Alright.
I'm gonna equip the Pegasus boots just to speed things up a little bit.
Wow.
I kind of wish I had the seeds. Pegasus seeds from the seasons right now.
That'd probably be handy.
Because you can just put them on and just mush.
As the Pegasus boots don't speed you up that much in comparison to your regular speed.
Well, there's wind-up time. Actually, they make you jump further.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. I know in Mimish Cap you can do that. If I
Actually, they jump even further than the Pegasus seeds enable you to. And I forgot something. I'm at the wrong guy.
Is that a telephone? Looks like a telephone.
Yeah. This is the hint system of the game.
Yeah, so if I play through this someday, I'll be going there every 5 minutes. So. Or maybe 10.
See, there's an old man who knows everything about the island, but he's too shy to talk in person, so... That's all according to the manual.
You know, talking about hints reminds me of the game I've been slowly playing through at this moment. It took so long for me to get around to it, but I'm finally playing through Earthbound right now. Slowly but surely.
I never find the urge to really want to play Earthbound. Because there's one thing about RPG that I like is being able to see everything, they have an excuse to focus on the cool animations and whatnot.
Draws you in and stuff. Oh, that's the upside down Triforce you were talking about, I see.
Yeah, but Earthbound doesn't have any of that.
It's more statistics, pretty much. I think the thing that's drawing me in a little bit is like it's funny dialogue, and for some reason, just the general atmosphere of just playing the game. I'm enjoying, and I'm enjoying the story overall too.
Though I have gained more respect for first. You know, when you don't see the characters in the middle of an RPG battle, after making my own in RPG Makers, because that's basically the default version. Yeah, I've made 2 actually. so far. 2 full RPGs so far. It's a challenge even with a maker.
Oh, you mean the process, the way you made it? It's
any
like
process.
I see. I get you. I remember actually trying RPG Maker out a good while back. Like one of the very first versions. I think I tried out 2003 a bit, as well as XP. But especially 2000, just messing around with all sorts of things for fun.
I got a letter from this goat
I didn't
lady.
really.
Remember what she looks like.
Okay, so goat with a bow. Got it. It's goat birdo. I don't know. Anyway, I shall remember that goat. With like pink with a yellow bow or an orange bow or something like that.
She gave us a letter.
All right, are we able to read said letter, or do we have to deliver?
No, it's sealed to her pen pal. We are the in-between between her and her pen pal.
Right. I see.
For this one.
So you're playing delivery boy right now.
Yeah, actually we can complete the training sequence this episode. We will, too.
Yay. This trading sequence reminds me a bit of the process of getting the big Goron sword a little bit.
Yeah! There's no timed items. And this is...
At least there's that.
But in this game, to a degree, it's definitely required. And to completing it is sort of required. Pretty much required, we'll say.
You mean it's like really handy to make beating the game easier, or is like?
There's a real, you know how like a Lost Woods type dungeon, or not dungeon, cave at the end of the game is basically. You remember Lost Woods from Zelda 1?
Oh yeah.
There's basically that with a very complex pattern.
See,
you have to enter like 8 different rooms, and it's randomly generated.
I see, and this item here just...
No, you can go to the library and read the book that tells you exactly what to do.
I see.
And look, the letter came with a photograph.
Now.
She's so beautiful.
Hello, Cameo. Game Boy. Yep. Hey.
He'll give me a broom for the letter. You got a broom as your reward from Mr. Wright, but that photo was not of the goat lady. Was it? You sure? I don't know.